A tornado was reported to have touched down in Custer County near Westcliff. The Custer County Sheriff's Office says no injuries were reported and there is minimal damage from this. Thanks for being here at 5. I'm Alexandra Lewis.
I'm Kim Christensen. Closer to the metro area, we're expecting more weather to pop up this afternoon. We want to get right to meteorologist Kathy Sabin because you've issued a weather impact alert today.
That's right, Kim. The storms today are moving really slowly, so the flood threat is really there and kind of the threat of our weather story, if you will, even though most of the heavy storms have been well to the west and south of downtown so far. But those dark clouds hold a lot of water, and we do think we're going to see scattered showers, some heavy, before the evening is over. Temperatures have trended cool and comfortable today in the 70s for July. There's a lot of water in the atmosphere as indicated by the current dew point numbers, which are running very high for Colorado for mid-July. We have flash flood warnings, severe thunderstorm warning, and these are all south of the area where 1, 2, even 3 inches of rainfall has been reported, along with hail from Monument down to Colorado Springs out to the Fountain area. And now we're looking upstream and seeing some foothill showers approaching the metro area. Right now, all of the heavy storms have been down south, and we've had a couple of tornadoes spotted near Westcliff and the Sand Dunes National Park, where we're also dealing with slow-moving storms and a flash flood threat as we move over the course of the next 2 hours. Flood watch out from Castle Rock down to the New Mexico line for a few more hours, and these storms are still cooking, but we've got a good chance of rain in Denver between now and 9 o'clock. Coming up, another check of the radar, and we'll have the timing and impact just ahead.
The Aurora dentist who killed his wife will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Today, a jury in Colorado convicted James Craig of poisoning his wife Angela, and hours later, a judge handed down his sentence.
Life plus 33 consecutive years. And following the sentencing, we saw family and loved ones of Angela speaking out, giving emotional, powerful statements. 9 News investigative reporter Kevin Vaughn was in that courtroom as they gave their final remarks to Craig.
Alex and Kim, this was an emotional day. We've talked about this throughout this trial. James and Angela Craig were the parents of 6 children. 2 of them spoke today about the loss of their mother. Angela Craig was also one of 10 children, and 5 of her siblings spoke today after James Craig's guilty verdict. One of them, Catherine Prey, talked about the bewilderment of learning that her sister had been killed by her husband.
None of us could have imagined that the person she chose as her companion, the father of her 6 children and the man we welcomed into our family as our trusted brother-in-law, would callously and cruelly and without mercy take her life.
As you noted before, James Craig will spend the rest of his life in prison in Colorado. He was handcuffed after the hearing today, taken to the Arapahoe County Jail. He'll be transferred to the Colorado Department of Corrections in the coming days. Reporting live in Arapahoe County, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Overwhelming evidence in this case, Kevin. Did James Craig react to this verdict?
It was interesting, Kim, because we've seen him teary-eyed a few times during this trial when his children testified, and even yesterday before closing statements began. But today he showed no reaction when the verdict was read. He did appear to wipe away tears and got a pat on the back from his attorney when his children were talking today, again, about their loss and their struggle to understand why he did this.
I can't imagine what it'd be like hearing your children knowing that you did this and you're hearing that statement, and the family has really rallied around Angela, keeping her memory, her name really present. Did anyone speak on Craig's behalf?
James Craig's family did not speak. His parents and other family members were seated behind him in the courtroom. James Craig's attorneys did not speak, and James Craig himself did not say a word at this hearing.
Today should be about Angela. Thank you, Kevin.
3 employees with the Mesa County Sheriff's Office have been disciplined after a review into the events leading up to the ICE detention of a college student from Utah. Sheriff Todd Rouse said the employees acted outside of agency policy and said the Sheriff's Office shouldn't have played any role in the detainment of Caroline Diaz-Gonçalves. She was pulled over by Deputy Alexander Wink on I-70 last month, who then shared her information in a group chat with federal immigration officers. After he let her go, ICE agents stopped and arrested her. Our Angeline McCall will have more on this story coming up for you at 6 on Next.
In just under an hour, residents in La Plata County can learn more about a fire that's burning there since Saturday. The Elkhorn fire has burned 323 acres, about a half a square mile. It's just under 5% contained. Multiple agencies are hosting this meeting because they expect the fire to burn for a while. Officials want to outline what the next few weeks might be like for people who live in that area. This starts tonight at 6 at the Animas Valley Elementary School in Durango. If you can't make it in person, there is a live stream on the La Plata County Facebook page.
Denver police say 2 people are dead after a shooting last night near downtown. Police say it happened about 8 p.m. on West Colfax near Calabath. This morning, DPD updated that the victims were an adult man and a woman, and both of them died. Police believe one was killed before the other took their own life, and they believe it was domestic violence related. The shooting is still under investigation.
3 people are dead in eastern Nebraska after an explosion at a biofuels plant yesterday. Firefighters are still fighting the flames, which have been burning for more than 24 hours despite overnight rain. Officials say the blast happened around noon yesterday, shredding the top of the plant's tower. The victims are believed to be 2 young children, girls, and their father. The girl's stepfather said their father takes them to work when they visit him, and officials said they were waiting for him to finish when the explosion happened, killing all 3.
A proposed 673-foot tall spiral tower in downtown Denver might not be a fantasy concept after all. Our partners at the Denver Business Journal report that Paris-based company Magnicity is behind this project. They say they've been in contact with developers in Denver to get this project up and going. The tower would be built on a parking lot a block south of 16th Street and the Denver Pavilions. At that height, it would be the 4th tallest structure in the city.
Former Vice President Kamala Harris says she will not run for governor of California next year. Current Governor Gavin Newsom is term limited and can't run again. There was a lot of speculation this year that Harris could look to run to governor as the next step in her political career, but Harris said in a statement that her service to the country will not be an elected office, state office, for now. As a result, the speculation has now shifted to 2028 and whether Harris will run for president for a 3rd time after failed bids in 2020 and 2024.